Etifu assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Most of you here that one well, right now, if you're watching this video, just share a video, no. Some of the colleagues, some of the brothers and families will also have the chance to watch this video. We are enlightening everyone and we are enlightening each and everyone. We are not here to just say things out of our mind, but Adibia, whatever we say, we prove so that you and I will also have a clue of whatever that is going on. We've taken it up to ourselves to make sure that the truth has prevailed. And people are being misled. Because of this Qadiani movement. Today, Uber switch social media. You see this Qadiani small, be making mockery of hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They all learn this from Mirza Ghulam. But let's take this one after the other. We are learning, and so we want to see, is Mirza Ghulam indeed the true Messiah? Is he the true prophet? Is he the true Messiah? There are signs that precedes the Messiah, and there are signs that proves that so and so will be the Messiah. And if a prophecy is being done or being made, so Yeshen come and Yeshen come to Onoma, then the person who is supposed to come to fulfill that prophecy must fulfill all those signs which has been spoken about him in order to prove that indeed he is the Messiah. But the Quran said the prophet who has come no doesn't fulfill these prophecies. Then such prophet becomes a false prophet. So if there is a prophecy that if the Messiah comes, he will conquer Arabia, he will conquer Europe, he will conquer Asia, he will conquer Africa, and the so-called self-acclaimed Messiah comes, and then he does not fulfill such prophecies. He doesn't conquer Arabia, he doesn't conquer Europe, he doesn't conquer Africa. Then such Messiah is the false one. Then we need to sit back, think deep, and then accept or wait for the real Messiah to come. And so this is why we need to assess Mirza Ghulam's prophecies and assess who Mirza Ghulam is. And let's see whether he's fulfilling a single prophecy before we talk whether he's a Messiah or think about accepting him or doing bayah to the Qadiani sect. Note, on many occasions, if you listen to these Qadiani boys, they keep on making a mockery to the Sunnis, that the Sunnis are divided. They are divided. They have sect. They are divided. This one is calling that one kafir. That one is calling that one kafir. It is important to watch this video because in this video, I will show you types of sect in Qadianism and in Ahmadiyya. It will shock you. Share the video. Name is UTI. That one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zana Company Limited FFO. In fact, uwe goodie, uwe copper, uwe silver, uwe gold. Our person will say, you know, when electroplating, only maybe I call against Zana Company Limited. Uwe goodie, our person won't understand your pay. When you the silver chain, when you the golden chain, when you the golden ring, then our person when you know Zana basis, you know, any amount. In fact, what organizes sports, open cup, and open medals, video to Mukomu. Zana Company Limited, but to me, any kind of jewelry at all. Zana Company, and a young way Zana, ewa himfa. Zana, ewa Nungwa behind Fidelity Bank, Raviko, ewo, and a Zana, ewo. Number 7 for Zana, 0240 481 568. 568 0240 481 568 and 0248 42 44 93 0248 42 44 93. We are Hene, we are Penny, we are Goody, we are Ketesia, we are Boga, we are Golden Chain, or a wrist banner, or then one, a gold, copper, silver, a jewel in Quadia. When you pass a NCS, no from Biarano, about to me, I Ediamo, and to contact Zana Company Limited now, wow, inshallah.
So we are live on YouTube and we are live on TikTok. We are also live on Facebook. So if you're watching us, share this video for us, inshallah. First of all, let's look at the types of sect in Ahmadiyya movement or Ahmadiyya cult. You need to understand, say, any day be Ahmadiyya, any Ahmadiyya who tells you we are united, we are not divided. The Sunnis are calling the Tijaniyas kafir, the Tijanis are calling the Sunnis kufar. It is happening in Qadianism. These guys are born liars. They are trained liars. And to guess what? Zach and his Ahmadiyya crew have been lying to people that UT Dawa is afraid of him, UT Dawa has blocked him, UT Dawa has done this to him. Just yesterday, they blocked me on their platform. So yesterday, this happened just last night. It happened last night. they blocked me from their platform because I was engaged with Zach. Zach came on the platform to insult me, and I retaliated. So they, unfortunately, from the way I was countering them and I was challenging him to meet me on Mama Online to have a debate with them, they blocked me on the platform once again. So these guys are actually looking for fame, they're looking for attention and trying to lie all around. What you say? Now let's put that one aside. Let's look at Ahmadiyya for a more sect. Do they have sect or they don't have sect? One thing you need to know is it takes a liar to be a Qadiani. You need to be a professional liar before they will put you on the payroll. People like Zach, people like Edubofo, people like Farouk Bans and the rest, they are all on payroll. And since when the moment you are on payroll, you cannot say the truth. So you need to be a professional liar to be on that payroll before you get employed and then receive the salary. So even when say Ahmadiyya who say he has come to conclusion, say this he has been defeated and he's been conquered, Ahmadiyya will find a way to defend his lies because the creed is actually built on lies and also on fabrications. Now let's look at this sect. Do not allow any Ahmadi or any Qadiani to lie to you, say, and love for one, hatred for all. We are one people. They are the most hostile towards believers. Wallahi billahi lazi. The Qadianis are the most hostile people towards believers. And I'll take you through this video. You will get to see. Now, the Qadianis also have sect. And this sect, all of them don't agree. All of these sects also don't agree. Now, they have the Qadiani Ahmadis, which is the largest Ahmadiyya group. It is the largest, even though according to Ahmadiyya, they are the largest. But when you come to the Islamic Ummah, these people are very negligible. And they have a platform. They have a website called alislam.com. When you see any alislam.com, it is for the Qadiani sect. Then you have the second largest, which is the Lahori sect. They have a website called aaii.org.com. Then we have Jamba Ahmadi, which is the third largest sect of Ahmadiyya, which is also having a website which is called alghulam.com. Then they have the Muslimin Ahmadis, and this is one of the offshoot sect of the Qadiani sect. What I say, offshoot is a new sect altogether. And they have a platform called JAM, International.org. Then they have the Green Ahmadis. It's an offshoot of the Qadiani sect. They also have a website. It's called the greenahmadiyya.org. Then they have Sahih Ahmadis, which is also an offshoot of the Muslimin sect. What I say. And the official site is Jama'atul Sahih Islam.com. Then they have the Sultani Ahmadi. The Sultani Ahmadis, their creed is, or they've centered their teachings on the revelations of their leader, whose name is Nasr Ahmed Sultan, who emerged, who was a reformer. They are a reformer in the 15th century Hijrah. What I say? They also have a website and it's called alahmadiyya.com. Ahmadiyyat.com. Then they have Anwar Ahmadis. It's another sect, Ahmadiyya sect, which is based in Nigeria. Then they have Dida Anjuman Ahmadis. It's an offshoot of the Lahori sect Ahmadiyya. And they also have a website. It is called didar.org. Then they have the Al Jama'at Al Islamiyya Al Muhammadiyya. This is a new Ahmadiyya sect started in West Africa by a claimant to be prophet and also a successor by prophethood being prophesied by Mirza Ghulam, according to their leaders. And they also have a website, YouTube page. It is there. And then they have the Timpuri Ahmadis. Timpuri Ahmadis. The Timpuri Ahmadis also have a web page. It is called wikigen.org/Ahmadiyya/organization/Qadiani-claimant/Abdullah Timpuri. And they have the Hakikat Pasand Ahmadis. This Hakikat Pasand Ahmadis, they also have a web page. It is called wiki.ken.org.ahmadiyya/organizations/Lahore/Hakika Pasand Party. Now, their founder, and he is the founder of the Sultan Ahmadi sect. So anybody that tells you, say, Ahmadiyya for any sect, Ahmadiyya for any sect, is a liar. They are liars. All these are sects, and they will tell you the numbers are too small. Then the Ahmadiyya itself, Nankasano, is too small. What you say? We know you. You have sect, you have divisions, you call each other kufar. We know you. We've studied you, boss. We know you. Until when you will you stop lying? So having noticed this exposes that Qadianis are also divided. They have sect. It is not always the Sunni and Tijaniya. The Ahmadiyya, small group like that who are not up to even 10 million, are actually having plenty sects. So let's take one by one. Let's look at the and note that all these sects, they are against Mirza Masroor Ahmed. All these sects, they are against Mirza Masroor Ahmed. They see him as kafir. They don't accept his teachings, and they've never accepted his teachings. What I say, Mirza Masroor Ahmed into all the sects. Ubo to my small research. One thing they say, the Qadianis have been able to manipulate their audience and told them that anything you quote from their book, if it is not being said by a Qadiani, they shouldn't accept it. My brother, will a Qadiani quote a Bible to explain it to you? Should you accept Qadiani quoting a Bible to explain to anyone? Are they Christians too? You owe it to yourself to cross-check whatever we're quoting for you to see whether it is true and answer correct. You owe it to yourself, boss. And you must do this. Nobody hates you, but it is our duty to tell you the truth. So, and one by one. There are prophecies around with regards to Imam Mahdi, because Ahmadiyya have made a claim, say, Mirza Ghulam Ahmed is the Imam Mahdi. And so we need to cross-check a various hadiths which is talking about Imam Mahdi and see whether Mirza Ghulam or fulfilled these prophecies or not. According to Sunan Abu Dawud, hadith which has been authenticated by Ibn Taymiyyah, rahimahullah, where it says, and Salama, قالت قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم المهدي من اعترتي من ولد فاطمة. Salama reported that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the Mahdi will be from my offspring. Mahdi will be free, and Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam say the Mahdi will come from the offsprings of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is where the Mahdi will emerge from. He will be the offspring of Sayyidah Fatima, and then it goes further to say among the descendants of Fatima. Now note that Mirza Ghulam has nothing. He has no blood relationship with Sayyidatuna Fatima, unrelated in any way. Unrelated Sayyidatuna Fatima in any way, but the Mahdi must come from Sayyidatuna Fatima. Now, the argument Ahmadiyya, for the argument which is being spewed around by this Qadiani liars, is that everyone is part of the bloodline of the Prophet. What kind of lies is this? Study the hadith well. The hadith, the one who is reporting this hadith, is actually a wife of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And yet she disassociated herself from the bloodline of Imam Mahdi, from Sayyidatuna Fatima. You understand? So it is not that just because the Prophet the Quran has said the Prophet is our father and his wives are our mothers, so we are related to them. No, we have Ahlul Bayti. We have Ahlul Bayti, and Ahlul Bayti has special people who it refers to the household of the Prophet. Else, Abu Bakr should have been the household of the Prophet. Omar should be the household of the Prophet. Osman should be the household of the Prophet. So we have the household of the Prophet. So you cannot lie. So first of all, the Mahdi must come from the household of the Prophet through the bloodline of Sayyidah Fatima, inshallah. Having noticed, Mirza Ghulam doesn't fulfill this prophecy, the first one. The second one too is that Imam Mahdi, who is a righteous leader who will appear in the last days of the Ummah, just before the descendant of Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, there is a Ahmadiyya 4 hadith. The Qadianis have a false hadith. Biomoka say Mahdi is the same as Isa. That hadith, in fact, that hadith cannot even be accepted anywhere. Mahdi is different, Isa is different. And we will quote hadith to prove to you, inshallah. And notice, this Mahdi will descend before Isa and he will be from the prophetic lineage, just as I made a reference that he will come from Sayyidatuna Fatima, and he will be forced to become the caliph by righteous believers. Mahdi will be the leader of the Ummah. Now, what will happen? How will he become the leader of the Ummah? Now, there is a source from Sunan Abu Dawud that after the death of a ruler, there will be some dispute. There will be some dispute when will happen between the Muslims or between the people at that time. A citizen of Medina will flee from Medina and then go to Mecca. While in Mecca, certain people will also approach him between Hajar al-Aswad and Maqam Ibrahima and forcefully pledge their allegiance to him. So people will pledge allegiance to Imam Mahdi between Hajar al-Aswad and Maqam Ibrahim. Meanwhile, Ghulam never performed Hajj. And he never went to Makkah before. Ghulam and performing Hajj da. Ghulam and come Makkah da. Intro. Ghulam and come Makkah da. Ghulam and Hajj da. That's why I'm telling you, say we a truthful person, you will know the truth, unless you don't want to know the truth. If you want to know the truth, ask yourself, did Ghulam perform Hajj? And maybe if we trying to say, after Ghulam they send someone to perform Hajj. How sweet talk this is. The prophet is supposed to fulfill this prophecy. Nobody has to come and fulfill the prophecy for him. So if say Ghulam am fulfill this prophecy, na Ghulam wuye no, and a momo suma obi say uncle Hajj can fulfill prophecy the manual. When that persona went, did people go there to do bay'ah to him? One. Did people go there to do bay'ah to that persona? And if they had gone there to do bay'ah to that persona, then is that persona will that persona become the Mahdi? Where did the prophecy say that the Mahdi will not go to Hajj? Let me ask you a simple question. When the Prophet ﷺ was sent to Makkah, people of Makkah fought in Badr, Ghazwat al-Badr, Ghazwat Uhud, plenty wars. And out of all those difficulties, out of all those hot seasons, out of all those battles, did the Prophet ﷺ not fulfill his prophecies? He fulfilled all. He conquered Makkah. He conquered them. So if Ghulam ye prophet Tampa, now Ghulam ye Mahdi no Ampa, Ghulam is supposed to perform this Hajj, and then people will have to go to him, approach him in Hajar al-Aswad and the Maqam Ibrahima, and then forcefully pledge allegiance to him. It's a prophecy. And thereafter, no, and this will not happen until there is a misunderstanding between the Ummah. People be free or Abba. Ghulam did not fulfill this prophecy. We woo or your throw. Thereafter, a huge army will proceed him from Syria to attack him when they will be at Baida, which is between Makkah and Medina, and they will be swallowed into the ground. In other words, they will lose the battle. So it is obviously clear, say, Ghulam never went to Makkah. No army from Syria attacked him at Baida or between Makkah and then Medina. No army at all, and nobody was even killed over there in his reign. So Ghulam is a blatant liar, a false prophet, a false one, born by false families. On fulfilling this prophecy, unless come back and tell us how Ghulam fulfilled this prophecy. Again, it is important to note, say, Allah will aid this Mahdi with miracle upon miracles that will prove that he's the Mahdi we've been waiting for. Many leading hadith scholars, including Imam Tirmidhi, Abu Dawud, Ibn Majah, have devoted chapters and reported about this Imam Mahdi. Some scholars have even said that report about him are unanimous. Tawatir. What I say? Unanimous. And those reports are confirming that this is indeed an essential prophecies that are bound to happen in eschatology. What is in Islamic eschatologies. However, all eschatologies we are matters of unseen, but we need to properly and contextually dig into these prophecies and then dig them out to know. That is why I may say prophecies we now say Ghulam for failure and one for failure. Then we get to know whether Ghulam is actually a false or a true prophet. Note to say, Abu Huraira, radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, and narrated hadith from Bukhari, hadith number 3265, and this hadith is muttafaqun alayhi. The hadith is muttafaqun alayhi. Why he says, Kayfa antum iza nazala ibn Maryama fiikum wa imamukum minkum. How will you be when the son of Mary descends upon you while your leader is among you? So that leader is Imam Mahdi. Isa will come and Isa will meet that leader. And it's also narrated in Sahih Muslim, hadith 156, which is graded Sahih, that Yanzilu Isa ibn Maryama sallallahu alayhi wa sallama fayaqulu amiruhum ta'ala salli lana fayaqulu la inna ba'dakum ala ba'din umara'u takrimatullahi hazil ummah. Jesus, the son of Mary alayhi salam, will descend upon you, or will descend in you, and the Muslim ummah will say, come lead us in prayer. Jesus will say, no, some of you are leaders over others, as Allah has honored this nation. So Isa will come and meet Imam Mahdi. So Imam Mahdi was the leader who was leading the ummah over here. Notice that Mirza Ghulam anye Imam in his lifetime. He never led a single prayer, Jama'at. Say Mirza Ghulam be lead Jama'at, sorry, he never led any of them. Open an Quran, kabese we lead. Yeah, men biema no en kansama minim. In 1903, Malfuzat, which was published in 21st of October 1903, volume 3, also reported in Al-Badr, where it says, regarding leading in prayers, one guy questioned that why Hazrat do not lead the prayers. Adentina Mahdi, Ghulam claiming to be Mahdi. No, Ghulam has never led prayers before. Adentina answered that it is written in Hadith that Masih that has to come will pray behind others. The Messiah, if he is the Mahdi, is supposed to lead Ummah. Let's visit the Hadith again. The Messiah is supposed to lead Ummah. It says, first Hadith in Sahih Bukhari, Hadith number 3265. كيف أنتم إذا أنزل ابن مريم فيكم وإمامكم منكم. How will you be when the son of Mary descends upon you while your leader, the Mahdi, is among you? Mahdi is supposed to lead. He's supposed to lead. And then in Sahih Muslim, Hadith number 156 says, ينزل عيسى ابن مريم صلى الله عليه وسلم فيقول أميرهم تعالى صل لنا فيقول لا إن بعضكم على بعض أمراء تكريمة الله هذه الأمة. He said the son of Mary will say, will descend, and the Muslim leader will say, come lead us in prayer, giving Isa the order to lead in prayer. Then Isa alayhi salam will say, no, some of you are leaders over others. Allah has honored this nation. And see, we had a leader who is the Mahdi. So where is the Ghulam? Ghulam no olidi wana. Why isn't the Ghulam? Why is Ghulam the Mahdi, and yet Ghulam isn't leading the prayer? And don't tell me it's Isa because we didn't Isa them. Don't tell me that. Again, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud reported hadith from Companion sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, where he says, "La tazhabu dunya hatta yamlik al-arba rajulun min ahli bayti yuwati'u ismuhu ismi." The world will not pass away until the Arabs are ruled by a man from my household whose name agrees with my name. So the Mahdi is supposed to call Muhammad bin Abdullah. Mirza Ghulam, so the full name here. What is the full name of Mirza Ghulam? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when Jinawa or sign describe Mahdi, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, La ilaha illallah, or describe Mahdi, he described Mahdi, what Mahdi will do when he will come, what he's supposed to fulfill, all has been prophesied. And we can see this is Sunan Abu Dawud, hadith number 4285, and it is graded Sahih, where it says, Al-Mahdiyu minni ajal al-jabha aqna al-anfi yamla al-arda qista wa adalan kama muli'at jawra wa zuluman yamliku sab'a sinin. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. The Mahdi will be from my lineage. Ghulam is not the lineage of the prophet. They are never related. No any Janeman, Janikite, hey, relate to the prophet. Wallahi. Unrelated no. Ghulam is related no. The Mahdi will be from my lineage with curved nose. Ghulam hwinishu asa abodomatana so. Asa abodomatana hwinishu. What I say? With curved nose. What I say? He will fill the earth with justice. He will fill the earth with justice. Meanwhile, Mirza Ghulam actually seeks shield. This is someone who is going to liberate the world. But Ghulam himself, has to seek shield in the hands of the British. It was until after Mirza Ghulam Wuyempuna, Balai Bodu Yase, Mirza Ghulam Wuyep, a false antichrist over Wuyano, and allow Nibu ya World War I, SCA, and World War II, SCA. Who doesn't know this? Mirza Muswe didn't remember First World War. Because no members as so, number young man Casentia, Biniman Quentia, so trained to remember Cobia. But claiming to be prophet, but there comes a fourth time. And once so train World War One, AC, and World War Two, science here, World War One, 18 to 20 million people. World War II, around 50 to 55 million people in Kunya. Where bring justice? Did Mirza Ghulam ever bring any justice? Apart from cases? Apart from cases? Also, just as it had been fulfilled it has been filled with tyranny and oppression. So Mirza Ghulam obey tyranny, obey oppression. The Ghulam himself is being filled oppressed. On one case, no see oppression. And no say, Yamliku Sab Asinin, he will rule for 7 years. If Ghulam claimed to be a prophet at age 40, how old did Ghulam die? How old did Ghulam die? This is where you and I have to sit down and think. How old did it take Ghulam and son of Ghulam woe? Meanwhile, the hadith is saying he's supposed to live after he has been the Messiah for just 7 years. For just 7 years. And it is reported in Sunan Abu Dawud, hadith number 4285. And this report is there. So how does Mirza Ghulam fulfill this prophecy? Let's look at something. In other narration, where Mustadrak al-Ala Sahihaini, hadith number 8716, which is graded Sahih. Also, وَتُخْرِجُ الْأَرْضُ نَبَاتَهَا وَيُعْطِي الْمَالَ سِحَاحًا وَتَكْثُرُ الْمَاشِيَةِ وَتَعْزُمُ الْأُمَّةِ يَعِيشُ سَبْعًا أَوْ ثَمَانِيَةً. Also, the Mahdi will appear in the latter part of my nation. النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم وما ينطق عن الهوى إن هو إلا وحي يوحى الأمين الصادق المصدوق النبي نو كساسموي. Also, the Mahdi will appear in the latter part of my nation. Allah will grant him rain to bring produce from the earth. He will give out wealth appropriately. Now Ghulam is resreska, Ghulam yabarabara, Ghulam chanda. The Mahdi will be giving money out. In the days of the Mahdi, Mahdi will be distributing money. Cattle will be plentiful. Cattle will be plentiful. In the Nchibo Drawson. In the Nchibo Drawson. Sikabebu. And the nation will be great. That the Islamic nation will be very great. Ghulam Aberesuna Islam Eshiase. Ghulam Aberesuna in Mgwaseka Islam. It was in the days of Ghulam that Islam became very poor. Of Wuku Ekwanan Balai Kasiesi Umanum. And the hadith says he will live as a ruler for 7 or 8 years. Ghulam rule for how many years? Moba mon kantre Mustadrak al-Ala Sahihaini, hadith number 8716, which is Sahih. Tell us, Yegusu Chemo. Yeah, Chemo. In other narration, our Sahih Muslim, hadith number 2913, which is graded Sahihi. And so kase yakunu fi akhir zaman Khalifatun yaksimul mala wala ya'udduhu. There will be near the end of time a caliph who will distribute wealth without counting it. Ghulam hieni. Ghulam no disika papa. Ghulam here support. Yeah, Ghulam cheskana Ghulam diska. Mirza Bashir narrated Sirat al-Mahdi volume 3 part 119 Muse. Dr. Mir Muhammad Ismail Sahib narrated to me that Hazrat promised Messiah never performed Hajj, never give zakat. Me say the Mahdi will perform Hajj, the Mahdi will give excess amount of money to people, not just zakat. He will be giving it out to people without under any accountability said by the Prophet. But this one never gives zakat, never sat in iktikaf. On year iktikaf and so that extra worship during the last night of the month of Ramadan. So he never kept it. He never did it. He never kept it as be in my presence. He refused to eat tropical sand lizard. This humble self-submit. He probably sat in itikaf before his commissioning. Later on, he did not do itikaf because of the pen crusades he waged and other engagements. And he did not give zakat because it never accrued to him. Into Ghulam wa ma zakat da. Ghulam wa nye itikafi da. Ghulam wa nye haji da. Yeah, we are not the ones saying this. These are things being written in your own books. These are things being written in your own books. Minister Ghulam on the book for Noah's Ark. Okay, if they wish to pay zakat, they can send it to Kadian. Ni pebi or pese ye tuye zakat no, yen fan come wa Kadian, no fan ko chele na yere. The Mahdi won't be demanding money from people. The Mahdi will rather support the poor and the needy. But when Minister Ghulam, no, he keeps demanding money from poor people like you. In Al-Badr, which is printed in 1905, November 17th, page number 11. I'll say, the jewelry that is worn or temporarily given to the poor for use. Some say there is no zakat for it, but it is better to pay zakat on the ornaments that are worn and not given to others for use because it's used for own self. It's jewelry ne wo hono no. Ose men boa onua fam ono zakat fam ono Ghulam no nkodi. He came demanding money here and there from Qadianis. Al-Badr and a apprentice said no. And the question arose to whether it is obligatory for a person who has not paid a ransom to pay zakat. Promise Messiah said no. Untu a ransom nem fam manwa. Untu min tuya zakat da. Zakat na edime hia funu. Zakat na edime mama why stranded no. Ghulam say untu a ransom em fam no. You have no right to give zakat to the poor. Stomach Messiah. In 1934, Majmu al-Fatawa, Ahmadiyya Volume 1. Omo discusses zakat in a strange document. But enye ho the person make one asem. But the person make one doing is to say the Mahdi wouldn't be demanding money from you. The true Mahdi no sika bebu oni nsem. True Mahdi no beche sika. True Mahdi no bema sika. True Mahdi no bema sika bebre. True Mahdi no render accountability to obia. True Mahdi no sika ni oyode for Ghulam you obi oji usika di. And note to say Mahdi also will remove tyranny. He will remove tyranny. He will remove injustice. The world will be at peace in his days. Ghulam was even favoring Skafomba over here because Skafomba no buano, Skafono ne emuman is kanti. Oye here ni nese unye problema. Ewo Ghulam intenya. Oh hewe ni mkra. Oh hewe ni mkra. Ezekiel al-Habib, page 65, under the caption "Ordeal Faced by Ghulam Hussein." Also once while playing in the house of Huzur, Mirza Ghulam Qadiani, children had a quarrel. The son of Ghulam Hussein, Orin man, a poor or a very poor, has uttered obnoxious word of the son of Sheikh Rahimatullah, a rich man and a big chanda payer. The son of Sheikh no complained to Hazrat Sahib Mirza Ghulam. Hazrat Sahib punished the son of Ghulam Hussein, the roti baker. With few slaps on his face or slapo akolano. Hey, now Ghulam, we are so heartless like this. Or slapo akolano. Wife of Ghulam Hussein could not control his emotions. She expressed her anger against this act of Hazrat Sahib before husband in objectionable manners. Hazrat Sahib Mirza Ghulam ordered Ghulam Hussein to immediately leave the Qadian with family. Or pam us when you know fi Qadiani. Or two na. Hey, heartless man. We are here near Wasime Mobo. Our money ye, zakat money ye, chanda money ye. Ghulam de chopam nyafu. Ghulam de chopam fuga. Ghulam de chopam nyafu. Wa. Ghulam de chopam nya. African money ye. Hazrat Sahib ordered Ghulam Hussein to immediately leave the Qadian with the family. He remained out of Qadian for 2 years before his apology was accepted and he was allowed to return. Haba. The Mahdi will be justice or a justice person. He will remove tyranny. Ghulam a tyrant leader, a criminal tyrant leader. One person ebe catch them. Yebe catch them. One person obeti kra mobeti. Allah won't ya obeti mana. Won't ya obeti. Ene no kure. Wotanya kwa na kura na ye ka kire wo fa ye adwuma na wa ho ntɔ migusu ka tos dama ya ribuke elama ya ribuke bebi a wonyin bebi a doubt won firi wonom na bra kwanten pon no so sika jeunti Mirza Ghulam trete entire media fo nyina o trete wo mo he o al-hakam no printed in 1905 March 21st 1905 no al-hakam or say this money was given to me by God. Mirza no say scan yankopon de man no I shall not return it to anyone on face scan bamba ya account mo bia no this scan mo bi not even a penny on for penny kram fa mobila. Ghulam the Mahdi is supposed to distribute money to people, but Mirza Ghulam is one hell of a mafia who is not even planning to give anybody a penny. He's not supposed to help anybody with a penny. Anyone who asks me to render accounts should not give me anything in the future. Nipe biara opese skana yerama Mirza Ghulam to render accounts no should not even give Mirza Ghulam a penny. And Mirza Ghulam Samba kan ewo Lawhil Mahdimu part 1 as reported by Kadaniyat in an analytical survey mu say it is the duty of my followers to remit some amount of their earnings. Some amount out of their earnings. We are amedi ania who was say usika wunyano it is your duty to remit some amount for come on Ghulam. After this announcement, we shall wait for 3 months or wait for 3 months. We shall remove from the list of devotees the name of anyone who does not remit a portion of his earning during these 3 months. We a threat. And so the Mahdi is supposed to give for free. The Mahdi will be giving money for free. The Mahdi will be distributing money. The Mahdi will be distributing money, whereas Mirza Ghulam is demanding money from people. The Mahdi will be so rich that money and wealth ebobu, and the Mahdi himself will be giving money without even rendering any without any accountability and without even thinking about it. In 1906, Mirza Ghulam set up the Wasiya system, wherein Ahmadis who sign up will be forced to pay 10 to 30% of their asset when they die. And that time, say after that, after Mirza Ghulam, they turn this into 10% per month. More as 10% every month. They have to cross check all these bills. Say, you have a problem. This is what you and son a crumful. After Mirza the second Caliph instituted Chandano at the core 6.25%. Zakat says Chandani is zakata. Zakat yenteso yenfebi nkaho. What you say? Zakat no 2.5%. But Mirza Ghulam there it me 10, it me 30, it me 6 nina chrono. In 1936 in anya fisabillah so yenhye nipa. In 1936 no ye publish e wa Al-Fadl mu September 19th 1936. Khalifa no can say I am on till ne papa Ghulam no can say ono render account bia tie Khalifa no so ne ono so be kan omu disika no say almost say I'm not a merchant to keep an account with me, nor am I a treasurer of the community to be asked to render account. What the feasibility sika, what the masalachi sika. The Mahdi is supposed to distribute money to people. The Mahdi is not supposed to be demanding money from people. I am God's vicegerent on earth. In fact, who is not God's vicegerent on earth? Who is not? It is not proper to ask me where I spend the money. Yeah. With this, you cannot come for. Also, those in others, those who are truly believers who gift me their money. I did it for the money scano on the channel, and followers do not question me. He is not supposed to be questioned. And Cardianism, mu pay in phone di musika, ye miso mo he. You have no right to question him. Wa kan we yes samasa samena wa atana asa la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. It is all the same whether they understand or not. He omu pa omu nyintum This is a movement where sikadie and so ubenya sa comedians no ne nam ho se na asofo ni disika asofo ni akonfo obi eno ye kronfo sen mu khalifa no ene Ghulam nankasa. They understand that an objection of this sort will result in the bankruptcy of their faith. Enti who object say we disika ma amediafo ene Ghulam fo a ujidie besa la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Wayo. T Assembly of Al-Fadl volume 24 number 65 printed in September 15th 1936. Also, the heavenly graveyard is such central point of this movement and an institution or department of such dimensions that it excels in importance all other departments. Nti a institution, Ahmadiyya a movement, a institution or matter, business. It is never Islam. Their leaders know, their elders know. We say a institution, it is never Islam. They know. In 1938, once a man from Louisiana, where Al-Fadl, August 31st, 1938, also once a man from Louisiana said that we send donations to Qadian after bearing hardships and misfortunes. These amounts are spent on ornaments and dresses of the wife of Ghulam Ahmed. Sinti yamuji chanda sikanwa and yede dress Ghulam na yere or the gold na or the dress any asofia wa yedum ehye Brazilian hair ni adi san ye dress Mr. Ghulam yere yede to ornament na de mano. Enti akwani be say, so what is the issue of these donations? When this news reached His Holiness, Enti emra information to Mr. Ghulam no, the promised Messiah said, he said it is unlawful for him to send anything to us after what he said. And after then we shall see what harm it does to us. Because if one person does not send the notion now, then send it after all. So what you say. So what we are saying is the Mahdi will be wealthy enough to be giving money out there, whereas Mirza Ghulam is out there demanding money from people and causing people a lot of pains, whether they have it or not. No, what's Mirza Ahmadi and Utia. Ali bin Abi Talib, Sayyidi Ali bin Abi Talib, Karramallahu wajhah, or say, and Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam ka say, Al-Mahdiyu minna ahl al-bayti yuslihuhu Allahu fi layla. The Mahdi is from us, the prophetic house. From her, as the prophetic household, Allah will set right his affairs in a single night. Yet Mirza Ghulam bray, do so 100 times a day. Now on because of opium na odi. Uhieni wa Mirza Ghulam. Baby, but that kind of a problem. No, the disika for a man for her. Edi kusifie. Note to say, Ali Al-Qari or commentate or saha hadith yuhu. And this is reported in Merkatel Mafati, volume 8, page number 3439. وكسه يصلح الله أمره ويرفع قدره في ليلة واحدة أو في ساعة واحدة من الليل حيث يتفق على خلافته أهل الحل والعقد فيها. Allah will set right his affairs and raise his status in one night, or in a moment of one night, such that those invested with authority will agree upon his caliphate. Until date, nobody has agreed upon the caliphate of Mirza Ghulam. Nobody until date. Nobody until date. Until date. Obaya Haji. Now we are Ahmadiyya niya. Just a government authority bina edamon. And I say Ufi America they don't. After all, they are, you know who they are. But no any strong hard board or any strong nation be Islamic or Qadianism to Obama take it haji. Nobody. And so baby. So Ghulam doesn't fulfill this prophecy. He is not Obianjinintum. So Ahmadiyya should tell us how Ghulam fulfills this prophecy. And so Tipa Abdurrahman ibn Samura reported hadith from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya Abdurrahman ibn Samura la tas'al imarata fa innaka in u'titaha an mas'ala no say wakilta ilayha wa in u'titaha an ghairi mas'ala no say or inta alayha. Oh Abdurrahman, do not ask for authority. If it is given to you at your request, you will be held fully responsible for it. If it is given to you without your request, you will be helped by Allah in it. So who claim to be Mahdi, we are the Mahdi, Emine Mahdi, Mene Mahdi, Mirza Ghulam your true. Nobody claims that. All of them are charlatans claiming to be Mahdi or the incarnation of Jesus. They are all charlatans, criminal imposters. Men yo muntum Sauban reported hadith from Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam aw kase innahu sayakunu fi ummati 30 kazabuna kullum yaz'umu annahu nabiyyun na nabi wa ana khatamun nabiyyin la nabiyya ba'di. Verily there will be 30 liars among my nation, all of them claiming to be the prophet, but I am the seal of the prophet. There is no prophet after me. La nabiyya ba'di. There is no prophet after me. This is reported in Tirmidhi hadith number 2219. Nti anabi kan so ana khatamun nabiyyin no obetre khatamun nabiyyin nase la nabiyya ba'di nkom se ne biare mbane chibio. Abu Huraira report hadith also in Muslim hadith number 7 ekase yakunu fi akhir zaman dajjaluna kazabuna asiyatunakum min ahadithi bima lam tasma'u antum wala aba'ukum fa iyyakum wa iyyahum la yudillunakum wala yaftinunakum. Also, there will be imposters near the end of time, liars who will bring narrations you have never heard. He said Mirza Ghulam or can say India no more prophet war final me funidi. Also India for no more prophet. Meanwhile, the prophet never mentioned any Indian prophet. Mirza Ghulam can say I'm a dear for jinni ni ho. Inso ye wajini sort of jinni or Quran mu miracles anabi isa ye nia almost say nyesa Mirza say e carpenter ninti obobo mpre gumu na oima etutu chom wanya miracle bia. So at this say there will be people who be chantro entro anya no kwe o me kansema monte da monana no monte da mojadedu no mabanyina fiti anabi nature ebesi ne yenya obi o waye Mirza Ghulam church ne bi akariachi Ibn Umar reported hadith o kase yakhrudu fi akhir zaman rijalun yaktiluna dunya bid-din no se yalbasuna lin-nasi juluda no se da'an من اللين ألسنتهم أحلى من سكر وقلوبهم قلوب ذئاب. As men will appear near the end of time who will deceive the world with religion, confusing the people. Their skin is as soft as sheep, their words are sweeter than sugar, yet their heart like the heart of wolves. You've been mentioned, you've been foretold. Oya mediyania o paljanno oye denia o paljanno annab sallallahu alaihi wasallam said da'ama yaribuka ila ma yaribuka firi baby anada wo daute no follow baby anokwa wo. Anyone claiming to be Mahdi should meet with deep skepticism, because as the true Mahdi will be made known by his claims, by the miracles supporting him, and by the religious believers around him in Mecca from all the Muslim world. We know this. With this, me and me talk Fiqh Sharia As-Sa'a page number 311 now also it is not permissible for Muslims to abandon working for Islam and establishment of a state on the face of the earth, waiting for the appearance of the Mahdi and the descendant of Jesus alayhi salatu wasalam, failing to aspire and imagine that it is not possible before them. The notion is false. So Mahdi Baba, Isa Baba, but enye Ghulam obi ansha nenso allow unshira unshira me na omaye adwene mu ntiase yegu so see in studio no we are still building our studio and we're still waiting for your support so that you'll be able to build our studio inshallah. The number is +23353349647 +23353349647. May Allah bless you. Say uduneti Allah unshira. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Ebede tie fo ase say utie mi a yene mala be hia nso wo so enya mfaso pi yen na yenya mfaso nde mashallah ye bon modern say yes in studio. We are working on building our studio. We've done the footings already. We've done the filling. We're waiting to buy a trip of stones in order to do the concrete. on the floor so that we can begin the project. Then some iron rods. We need also cement and smooth of sand. May Allah bless anybody that is willing to support us and anybody that is donating each and every time to support us. Our number is 0533 499 647 0533 499 647. Donate to support the project. May Allah bless and reward you. May Allah grant you Jannatul Firdaus for supporting this project.
Excuse me. He is not supporting the project.
No.
He's supporting himself.
MashaAllah.
He says, النفس تبكي على الدنيا وقد علمت أن السعادة فيها ترك ما فيها لا دار للمرء بعد الموت يسكنها إلا التي كان قبل الموت يبنيها يا سريع ياسين يا بري بتابي بويه دي أيه هنا أني نيه دي أيه هنا أني دي يانو Osina kai we se wa abro boni nyina na echido wini ifie bia wo ketine mu gise ifie abira wo nkomu no wanka se wisi
naam.
So when they are supporting themselves.
MashaAllah.
Naam. If you buy a pillow and put it in the room, why don't you buy another pillow in the especially those of you who Allah can come down and then but we you in Nijail fil ardi khalifa. Me yi my name sini. No say but you go to the doctor. And then boy. When we buy nyame anga sa bono. Owo fe suro besi pomu. Dabi odi o mother so as khalifa. Enimidi nyame yi malam as khalifa but nyame no him. So without you people, Allah will not come down to come and do it. And if you don't do it, wallahi Allah will ask you.
MashaAllah.
Yes, to be frank with you, yes, he chose you. You should be happy Allah has chosen you, blessed you with money. He could have forgotten about you. Made you a pauper and give it to somebody who is more faithful than you. But he has given it to you, he's tempting you. Can't go to my cat, someone no. Say ye fear, they are in your company. Allah will help you.
Donate plus 23353349647 plus 23353349647 MTN. Dear Baba Isaac so for Al Hassan. Allah will share us donate na obwa.